Hi, I'm Michelle Amaranth.
And I'm Wendy Chamberlain.
And we're from Amalane Buyers Advocacy Service.
And we're here today to speak to you as first home buyers, just to give you a bit of an idea as to what a buyer's advocate does and the things that we find in our experience that first home buyers come up against when they're out there in the market looking to buy their first home.
So as a buyer's advocate, what we do is we hold your hand through the entire process. If you're looking to purchase a property and you're unsure or you're feeling a bit disheartened or despondent, you've been going out week after week trying to find that beautiful home that you want to purchase, but you get to the auction and it goes for way above the advertised price, we're the type of people that you need on your side. What we do is we come and meet with you. We do a free 1-hour consultation. We then work out what your parameters are and what your criteria is for the property of your dreams. We then actually meet with all the real estate agents and we chat to them about whether or not they've got a property that suits your needs, or also we chat to them about what is off market. So off-market properties are those properties that are never advertised on realestate.com or Domain. And what we do is then shortlist the properties that meet your criteria. We'll then get you to actually go out and look at those properties because you need to fall in love with them. You need to be that person that falls in love with them. You rank those properties out of 10, anything 8 and above, you let us know, and then we take over the process.
So a little bit about Michelle and myself. We've been buying and selling our own real estate since the late 90s, and we have a lot of experience dealing with real estate agents. And one of the things that we find with our first home buyers that we work with is that oftentimes they don't know what they don't know, and you're going out there into the market dealing with a fully experienced negotiator, and oftentimes you just don't know what you're doing, and it's not a fair thing for you. So that's why we're here. We're here to hold your hand at every step, as Michelle said. And also with the access to off-market real estate, people don't realise how much property is just never advertised, and it's through our relationships with the agents we get access to that property, and we can basically find those properties for you, and we're eliminating the competition.
Yeah, and it's great. So we will hold your hand through the entire process. Once you decided that you do love that property, we go into bat for you. We negotiate with the real estate agent. We keep you at arm's length. They don't know that you're our client. And basically what we do is if the property is going to auction, we're going to try and buy that property for you prior to the auction date. If we are unable to get that property prior to auction, we then go and bid at auction on your behalf. And we do that for as many houses that we need to until we secure you the property of your dreams.
With our first home buyers, the questions that they ask or come into us needing to know is they are unsure that they can afford a property. They don't know how to negotiate. They're looking in the wrong areas for the type of property that they'd love to own. And the stress of it all, they don't have the time to be out there finding the right properties. And that's what we find with many of our first home buyers is they're looking in the wrong areas at properties they can't even afford because the agents advertise the properties for far less than the agent knows their vendor wants to sell it to you for.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is eliminate that stress and heartache for you. We're trying to make the process of purchasing your first home as easy as possible. So when you come and talk to us and you let us know your budget, we're actually going to have a chat to you about, have you had your finance approved? Do you have a solicitor or a conveyancer in place? Who's your mortgage broker or your finance option? Are you aware of stamp duty? Are you aware of all the added costs that come with purchasing a property? And also, we're going to be pretty upfront with you. If you say that you want to buy a 4-bedroom apartment in Brighton for $550,000, we're going to tell you that that's not possible. So we're going to direct you and guide you into areas that your budget can afford, and we work with you every step of the way.
And for as long as it takes. What we find with our buyers, it is an evolutionary process for them because you may have in your heart that you want to live in this particular suburb and have this type of home, and then when you go out there and have a look at it, you realise it's actually not that, you don't want that or you can't afford that. So we'll help you identify and really target into what it is that you need to be looking at for you and what you can afford for your lifestyle and what you're looking for to start your family, wherever it is you may be in your journey.
And I guess buyer's advocacy is really new to the marketplace, particularly first home owners. So there are investors that have been using buyer's advocates for years and years. But what we're finding now is that the first home owners, they're the ones that are each week going out there trying to buy a property and becoming really disheartened and frustrated with the process. So what we do is we recommend that you use the services such as ours. What makes us a little bit different to the other buyer's advocates is that we charge a low, flat, fixed fee, which means that you know the cost of our services up front and you don't pay a cent more. So our fees are $3,500 including GST, and to get started with us it's only $1,100, and then the rest of the money is not due until you actually purchase the property.
And we're with you for as long as it takes. Now it may take a week, could take a month or two. Sometimes it takes a little longer because, as I said, it is an evolutionary process, and you may decide you were looking in a certain area and then you decide to move somewhere else. And that's fine, and we work with you and we stick with you. We're here to protect you and work for you and make sure that you get the home that you love, that you can afford, and that you're going to be in there for as long as you need to be in there.